Think about your life critically. Where are you? What are you doing? What is important to you? The reason I come up with this topic of why you should think critically about your life and do a lifestyle audit is because in the last year with Corona, there are many people who had the same questions, asking themselves, why do I do what I do? Why do I work for who I work for? Why do I live in this place where I live? Why are my expenses like this? Questions to ask about, is this the right thing for me and my family? What are my goals? What are my regrets? And what are my expectations? I want you to go somewhere that is quiet, away from what you are used to, and take time to reflect, take time to analyze, your life and audit your life. The first thing is about work. Ask yourself, how many years would you reasonably work with your employer? Ask yourself, is this work fulfilling for myself? Ask yourself, what is the major motivation for working for this employer or this industry or this and this? The reason I ask you to analyze and audit your life is because if you are struggling with several issues like debt, if you're struggling with things to do with how to increase your savings, if you are struggling with issues on how to grow wealth, then once you start analyzing, that is where you find what are your unique strengths. The opportunities that you have in your life, the opportunities that are around you that could be able to leverage to help you grow much faster. The opportunities to help you cut down on your spending, increase your investment rate, and grow significantly. However, there are also threats in your life. There are things that are keeping you from achieving these things. The first thing is either work. Maybe you're not earning as much. Maybe your work does not allow you the comfort of saving as much as you need to save to be able to grow. And when you analyze your work as you do your lifestyle audit, that is when you have questions as, if I want to grow in this career, if I want to grow my income, do I stay with the same employer? Do I improve my skills so that I can be able to get a better job in this organization? When you ask these questions, then you can be able to come up with solutions that can be able to affect directly the income that you receive every single month. And if income that is received every single month is used in the way that it is supposed to be used, then you could be on your way towards increasing your actual amount of income that is coming into your pocket. It could also be that you are self-employed. When you ask the critical questions in your business, what activities affect your business significantly as regards to money that comes into the business? What activities are actually making you losses? What activities are actually costing you more to do? What activities can you be able to improve on? Can you be able to maybe add a small amount of effort and have exponential growth, and which other areas the effect might not be the same? So when you think about work and business and ask those questions, then you could be able to affect directly the amount of income that comes to you, income that will go directly towards improving your financial outlook. Then the other thing that you need to ask yourself with your lifestyle, the location, where do you live? Does where you live affect the amount of money that you can actually invest? Are the expenses that you incur in the place that you live a lot more, and are the kind that are forcing you not to be able to grow financially? Ask yourself, why do I live where I live? Why do I live in this town? Why do I live in this location? What are the expenses? What are the opportunities that are above and beyond the normal place if I were to live in a different location? When you start analyzing this critically, then you could be able to either cut down your cost significantly, or you could be able to identify the potential threats to growing your financially. Maybe the location allows you to keep company that is counterproductive to your financial growth opportunities. Maybe the people who are around in that location do not allow you the opportunity to think critically about your life and your finances. Of course, the other thing is the expenses. When you look at your expenses critically, ask, why do I need to pay for this? Why do I need to pay for 3 pay TV channels? Why do I need to pay for this 2 internet services? Why do I need to have this prepaid subscription for calls and I do not make as much calls? When you ask these questions, why do I have to pay this insurance if I could be looking for a different insurer that could give you better value for lesser money? So that's the questions that you need to ask in every expense. Of course, there are some expenses you cannot question too much. Maybe things to do with basic food. You might not go very far, apart from maybe reducing on the high cost food items. There's some that you may not be able to change much, but by and large, a lot of expenses can actually be moved around to allow you for more money to go towards your financial well-being, to go towards repaying your debt and becoming financially free. Remember, not everyone wants to be chased down by debtors all the time, especially if they can be able to buy the peace of mind by reallocating their expenses to be able to create more money to go towards their debt repayment. Of course, the other thing that you look at is family. What is the best thing that or course of action I can be able to take to safeguard my family? How can I be able to protect my family in case income does not come? Last year we saw many people who either lost jobs, people who had significant reductions in incomes, people who were laid off for some time and they could not be able to make up the gap in income that they need. Their expenses were the same, but they could not be able to pay for these expenses and safeguard their families even during these difficult times. Ask yourself questions about how you are able to protect and safeguard your family, you, your children, your dependents. How are you able to safeguard? When you ask these critical questions, then you are able to make life-altering and changing decisions that are going to improve your financial outlook. Do a lifestyle audit of your family. Then the other thing is do a lifestyle audit on your goals. Are your goals smart? Are they specific? Are they measurable? Are they attainable? Are they realistic? Are they time bound? Have you specified how much time you need to achieve these goals? Look at your goals continuously because your income may not be static. It may change, it may go up, it may go down. Your expectations may go up, may go down. So you need to also analyze your goals and ensure the goals that you are chasing are the kind that are not going to be too frustrating or are the kind that you're going to achieve so fast and become lax in your financial growth journey. So analyze your goals. Specific, my 5-year term goal, my end of this year goal, my 10-year goal, my retirement goal. What is your financial goals and plans? Analyze those things when you go on this break to think about your life. Of course, the other thing that you need to check is your regrets. What are the things that you regret, especially financially, in your life? What are the things that have set you back in your financial journey? Think about those things, and they are supposed to help you learn on how to avoid similar mistakes in the future, how to be able to ensure that you do not fall in the same pitfalls, financial pitfalls that you fell into. It could be that you entered into a social pressure. You purchased an item more for the show or more to meet other people's expectations and not in the ability of the item to fulfill your desire or the utility that in which you're buying it for. So you bought a car, a big car for show and for the comfort, you may not even actually use it. It may even be impractical for living in the city. You know, such decisions that you make that you end up regretting because it is money that you tied up in assets that are depreciating or investments that have no head or tail, yet you should have had this money go towards investments to help you grow in your financial journey. So regrets are good to the extent that they help you learn and plan effectively how to avoid these financial pitfalls. Of course, the other thing is the expectations. You need to look at your expectations. What are your expectations on the investments that you are making? What are the return on investments that you are looking into while you are evaluating investments? Do not invest in something because of the emotional urge to fulfill something. The first or the common thing that I find out is people who invest in a house that is luxurious and grand because they feel they need to have a wonderful family house. But it may not make financial sense since they could invest in a much smaller house, in a much more standard finishes and still enjoy the same utility that somebody who has invested so much more in this particular house. So you need to look at your expectations, especially when it comes to your return on investment. What are the allowable losses? When do you make the decision that now this is not going as expected to plan? I need to cut down losses. I need to readjust my plans. What are the expectations and the standards that you have set for your investments, for your goals, and for the things that you are pursuing in your financial journey? You need to have a sit down and a lifestyle audit of all these things, because unless you do this, you may never answer the critical questions of why am I struggling with debt? Why am I not growing financially? Why are my goals not achieving the desired results? Why are my investments not being as fruitful as they need to be? You cannot answer those questions unless you do a deep down on your specific life. You audit what you do, what is present, what are the threats, what are the opportunities, and are able to refine your goals, refine your expectation, refine your work and your output and your business to be able to enable you to grow financially. I hope that you are learning. My name is George Kingori. I'm always here doing videos every other day, and if you feel the need to continue learning and be able to hear from me, remember to subscribe to the channel, to leave a comment down below and let me know the things that you'd love me to share about, and to like this video so that this information can be able to get to more and more individuals. Thank you and enjoy your day.